Hi, my name is Shashank Khaitan.
Hi, this is Sabbir Khan.
Hi, this is Vikas Bahl.
Hi, this is Omung Kumar.
You're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Bollywood Hungama.
Welcome to the Director's Special on Bollywood Hungama. One of the most special directors of 2014 we have with us on Bollywood Hungama, Omung Kumar, the wonderful Mary Kom, Queen, Vikas Bahl, one of the most loved films of 2014. The Heropanti that was displayed by Sabbir Khan and his team just got a lot of whistles from the entire country as well as abroad. And Shashank Khaitan, many people may not have seen you yet, but I think you're synonymous with Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhania and it's wonderful success. So first of all, huge pleasure to have you guys on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now, what do you think is the importance of a good producer? And who basically just sets the ball rolling in terms of a project? So is it a director, or is it the producer, or is it like a confluence of both? You'd like to say something, because I think you had a script and then you went to Sanjay Bansali.
Yeah, I mean, I had the script like 2 years before I went to Sanjay.
Right.
And because I know him very well, so while I was working on another film as art director, I just mentioned that मेरे पास ये script है. He straight away said yes, because I've never assisted anyone.
Right.
Okay, complete fresher, art director है, लेकिन इसमें खुद गया. But somehow he trusted me. So a producer who can trust a director, कि he'll deliver, it really counts. And hands-on, because he's a director of his caliber, so it helps a first-time director, you know, कि he believed in the project completely. And that's how Mary Kom happened.
In fact, you are, I think, one of the producers on Phantom as well. So now, when you're turning a director, so what is, because apparently Anurag Kashyap, he just has to just approve your final edit before it.
He doesn't have to approve the edit. He's the editor of the film.
Yeah, that's what he is. For Shandar, he has told me categorically, I'm the editor of.
He's my editor
Shandar
for life, apparently.
Right.
I don't have a choice. But while we're producers, we still have to go to studios to get money. So at Phantom, it's not like we have our own money. I must have gone to almost every studio to get money for Queen, and just about every studio said no. Till I met this guy Vikram Malhotra at Viacom. He pretty much was on the same wavelength as me when he heard Queen. But I think when a producer greenlights a film, that is when the journey starts. It's just about, at that time, does the producer and the director, are they willing to travel the journey to come to the point when the film will get made? Most people think that at the screenplay level, I know exactly what is being made. That's just the starting point. That's your first step. And I think the director needs to appreciate what producer brings to the table. Producer needs to appreciate what the director, and the two need to know that that's the end goal. And if you know that and you're working towards it, then I think that's the perfect combination to get there.
All right. What is your opinion, Sabbir? You work with Sajid Naredwala.
Yeah, talking about him, I just say I think the lines are now blurred. There's no particular producer and a director. I think it's a beautiful marriage. Producers are getting a lot creative, and once they are slightly more creative, I think it's a better marriage. You can brainstorm right from the grassroots level till the time you execute the film, till it comes out. So I think it's a good marriage, and especially if your producer is slightly creative, I think it's better. Okay,
and Shashank, Karan Johar has said in a television interview that he said that though the director is the captain of the ship, it is eventually the producer who provides a platform for the movie. It is the producer who provides a ship with the opportunity to sail as well as to dock. How do you interpret this statement?
I interpret as saying basically he's giving the money. So that's what he means. And I think for my case, it's very simple. I didn't know anyone in Dharma except the creative team. I had never assisted anyone in that setup. I just had a script in my hand. I went with that, and Karan liked the script. We had a meeting and he said yes to the project. So in my case, it's very true that the producer took the step and said he trusted someone like me with just purely because I had written every word of the script. So in my case, it's very true that it started from Karan, and I think he's a fantastic producer because wearing the producer's hat, he does not wear the director's hat, because he's such a good director himself, but he never puts his vision in front of you. He just helps you as the producer. He will give you a suggestion as a senior colleague or the head of Dharma, but that's it. He will never interfere, and he never tells you do this. He's like, this is what I suggest. It's up to you. Finally, it's your film.
Right.
So for me, that's been my experience with Karan and Dharma.
Many a times it is said that some directors say that the producer, he never landed on the sets even once, and he's such a wonderful guy. But there have been other occasions when producers are present throughout the filming of any film whatsoever. So which is I think the thing that you prefer, as that the producer has to be present all the time around, or he just has to just give you the
whether he's there or not there, I think it's a director's vision. It's in his head. I don't know whether it works or not. It doesn't work. I mean, he's the guy who's seeing the entire film like the big picture. So irrespective of anybody being there or not being there doesn't make any difference. It's your vision, you know what you want to project out there, and when you finish it, that's the big picture. You can come to the editing table and you can have differences of opinions, but someone being there is irrespective.
Like Sanjay Bansari is the director himself, so and now in terms of when the edit is being finalized, so what sort of discussions do you have? Do you feel that you have this conflict of opinion somewhere or anything?
No, not conflict or interest. वैसा नहीं है, because see, he didn't come on the sets. He came only twice on the set. Just Manali में जब हम shoot कर रहे थे, that's when, and once over here. So he leaves, director to do his job. Yes, what you get on the table, finally edit ये हुआ है, is it right or not wrong? His input matters. Okay, he's a senior guy and he knows what he's talking, but he respects your approach. Okay, I say this is what it is, and he says, so fine. Then you'll stick to it. This is what you want. This is what it should be. So he also differentiates himself from a producer and a director. जब opinion मांगना जाए, because as a producer, he's produced the film, but as a director, if I'll ask, ये अच्छा है कि नहीं अच्छा है, I need a second opinion because I'm a first time guy. So he'll say, अगर ऐसा करे तो, then I say, no, it doesn't matter, it doesn't look nice. Okay, then you do whatever you want. That's how it, straight away, black or white it is.
Okay, now I think 2014, one of the I think most interesting things that is being said is several women-oriented subjects have come up and they've done well at the box office. Be it Queen, Mary Kom has been there. Alia's performance in Humpty was appreciated like big time. I think she stood out very well. Kriti got a name for herself through Heropanti as well. So how do you look at this entire phenomenon that is taking place? And still, Priyanka says that even if it doesn't do like 100 crore, don't put a pressure on me for 100 crore and all these things. So that segregation between big male stars and women stars, somewhere it is quite demarcated in Bollywood.
See, people are accepting right now as that women-oriented scripts are working. Okay, that's a big step. Now, other people who are thinking about it have got a boost. Mary Kom चल रही है, Queen चल रही है, तो boost अपने आप मिल रहा है. 100 crore or not, that's a different thing. Everyone wants to be 100 crore. But at what mark? If you're making a film at 90 crores, 100 crore doesn't make a difference. If you're making it in 20 crores and 100 crores or 80 hoga, तो 4 times more. So it's as successful as, any other film or even better, of how much is put in and how much you've covered. So 100 crore is not a benchmark. Yes, a women-oriented film does good is a huge step forward for everyone. For like now, I'm telling you, people have approached me to produce other films and they're coming with a subject of women-oriented. So it's like, acceptance ho gaya hai. In production houses also saying, okay, theek hai, we have few things to look at and yes, it can do well.
And in fact, Mary Kom got a very good release as well in terms of the screen counts and all that. It got a very good release. Now, Queen has that, I think, unique distinction that the second weekend was more than the first weekend, and the word of mouth, it just built up brilliantly. And almost everyone has loved the film somehow. So, somewhere, do you feel that it's the story that matters and not merely that women-oriented hai or it's like a male?
I think to even approach a film as a woman-oriented film or anything, I mean, it could be a washing machine-oriented film, doesn't matter. The fact is that a screenplay story is what's connecting with people, and it could be across genres. It could be any kind of film, any kind of filmmaker, and it's being clearly told that, guys, please start reading your scripts before you put your film on the floor. And I think that's the only reaction that we're getting, and that's the best reaction to get. Why should we ever think that I can't start making Queen saying, let me make a woman-oriented film because now it does well? Again, that's cheating.
Exactly.
Again I will say, okay, so I got now Kangana Ranaut and I put a film which, so my last benchmark is that my film did 70 crores, so let's make this film. Again, that's an incorrect approach. You have to go back to the fact that we have to just constantly keep pushing genres by telling good stories. Like animation still doesn't exist in our country,
Exactly.
So it's sad that there are so many different ways of telling stories and they don't exist, and they only don't exist because of lack of good storytelling and screenplay. And audience is telling you, you tell me a good story and I'll walk in, and obviously I'll resist. So if a Queen comes out and the opening is nothing, it's because of their last experience of so many years. They think a woman-oriented film is usually depressing. It has a huge message. Who's going to go? I won't go myself probably on a Friday to watch it. I'll wait and a few friends will tell me tickets are really expensive. So I'll wait. Do that with another genre. Go and do an animation film. Some producer, director should say, opening nahi milega. But we will make a great film and I'm sure word of mouth will take it. And then we will be sitting here hopefully next year again saying, let's do another film of another genre, an animation or something else that works. So the only reaction is that good screenplays are working. Make a film on any subject they'll walk in. Like which should ideally happen with say children's film. Like Chiller Party didn't get an opening and did not even sustain. 1 year later through DVD and then other things
Television.
and the fact that it started winning, you realize okay, there was a film there. But there was a lot of resistance from the audience to even believe that we can make a good film with children.
Hi, this is Faridoon Shahryar. For the most interesting celebrity interviews, do subscribe to Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.